Kia ora CBC, hope you're all doing well. Today's encouragement that I wanted to share with you comes from Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5, which basically says, "Before I formed you in the womb I knew you, before you were born I set you apart." And the whole basic premise of what I was thinking was around the whole idea of identity. Where do we get our identity from? And if you take this verse into account, I think what we see here is that God is the one who gives us our identity. Now, that might not be a stark revelation for most of you. For most of you, you might give that as an answer if you were asked. But the reality is that for a lot of people, they don't live into that. As I meet with clients on a daily basis, one of the predominant themes that comes up is the whole question of identity. Who are you? And the question then becomes is, who do we let form our identity? And for us as Christians, it is a really obvious answer, and yet it's not an easy answer in that it is God who says who we are. I came across an illustration that I think represents that really well, so I just want to share that with you really quickly. And it's this the whole idea of money. I have a crisp, brand new $50 note. Now, I don't give this note its value. You don't give this note its value. The $50 note is given its value by the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, essentially the people who created it. And that's a little bit similar to us in lots of respects, in that God is the one who gives us our identity. Now, I can screw this money up, I can make it look really terrible, I can fill it full of crinkles and creases, but it doesn't change the value of this $50 note. The value is still $50. Again, that's because the value is given by the person who created it. And that's really similar with you and I, that whether we get creased and crinkled and messed up during life, which often happens for a whole bunch of us, we still have the value that our Creator gives us. And I just wanted to leave you with that thought today, just for you to ponder on, that your value is given to you by your Creator. I'd love it if we could all start to live into that today and this week. Let me pray for you as we finish. Lord God, I just want to thank you so much that you have given us inherent value and worth. Thank you that it doesn't depend on who we are or what we do, but the value that we're given is given by you, the one who created us. Father, help us to live into that today. Help us to live out of a sense of knowing our true worth and our true value based on who you say we are. Father, we thank you for that. Thank you that we're greatly loved, and I pray that as we go out into this day and in this week, that you would continue to guide, lead and bless us in that knowledge. Father, we give this day to you in Jesus' precious name. Amen. Kia ora, everyone.